So yesterday I finally sat down for the first time and like really fucked around with the guitar. And I had a fucking blast. Like, holy shit. Yeah, I haven't had that much fun doing anything in a minute. That was it was very eye-opening as to just the difference between like acoustic and electric, and just like the experience of playing it, and me being stupid and going about it the way that I did before and trying to get like the acoustic guitar first. And man, yeah, I'm very happy with the purchase. I'm very happy with the guitar. It sounds fucking great. For being a guitar that I got off of Amazon that was pre-strung, like, dude, yeah. I mean, obviously I had to tune it and shit, but it didn't take that long. It's holding the tune, like, yeah, I think I was fucking around on it for a couple hours. I honestly, at the end of it, I was like, I should have fucking timed myself just so I knew. But all I know right now is that my hands definitely hurt. They're definitely sore. So I'm saying that's a good sign. So I'm just gonna keep learning and fucking around with that and update myself on that. but yeah, man, it was really, really fun. Really, really fun. Yeah, shit. I guess, so on the subject of, I guess, like, friends and shit, because, like, I was just thinking about, like, where I was before and how I was, like, not really enjoying being around them, and I'm like, that's kind of, in some form, some shape or form, that's kind of always been a thing. Unfortunately for me, I've just been so insecure, and it's like, actually me listening to that, I'm like, dude, I've always kind of said that shit without any real reason. It's just kind of me fabricating stuff inside of my head for reasons for them to hate me at the end of the day. But me actually getting it out and, like, hearing it and recording it, I think, honestly, it helped out a bunch. So yeah, I mean, I recently went out with some of them, 2 of them, and we had a blast. Like, it's like I was able to put more of an effort out into being myself. So I was just more conscious the whole night. So I wasn't betraying myself doing, like, people-pleasy things like I would have before, just, like, yesing and, I don't know, just not really being present, not being there. Not on purpose, but, if you can hear the disgust in my voice, it's just because I'm so much better now, and I'm not that, so. But yeah, it was a pretty cool time. I'm not saying we went to this local bar, and this new band was playing that I hadn't heard before. And whenever they post online the bar, I don't, like, listen to it if I don't have to, just so I could, like, show up blind. So I was like, they were, like, down to go with me. So I recorded some bits of it because I was trying to get, like, ambient just, like, crowd noise, I guess. It kind of reminded me of, like, the hearth sound of, like, Hearthstone. I don't know if that picked up that big ass lisp I just did there. But yeah, so I recorded that, and then I forgot I was recording, so I got the last hour of the night. So, because I recorded when we were kind of just sitting there chilling. We were pretty tired. We were waiting on some food, and I was like, it'll kind of blend in. So, but I don't know, I'm just trying to think about this aspect of my life a lot more, even when I'm out in regular life. And even that, just doing that is like a grounding thing, because it's like it brings me back into my body. It makes me think about, like, I don't know, just good things instead of, like, focusing on just bad scenarios and just things that just, I I would rather not focus on it anymore. And maybe some people are better off focusing on those things, and that's how they get by, but not this guy anymore, apparently, because it's just not happening. And I'm not allowing it to happen if it does happen. But yeah, we had a fucking blast. One of the friends is the same friend. I don't even know if actually that made it into any of the previous recordings. But one of the friends had recommended a book to me that I actually bought. So I've started reading that as well. And that actually didn't even come up. So hopefully I finish it before it comes up. So that I can just be like, yeah, I finished it. And then I can actually just talk with her about it instead of just saying, yeah, I bought it. And then that's it. And having no other information. Because the book's pretty good. It's about, like, finding yourself and, like, spirituality. And she could probably look at me a mile away and just see the turmoil going on inside of my brain. And it's like, I've let them in on some stuff, but just not a lot of it. But I'm trying to do that in a healthy manner now. I am doing it in a healthy manner now. As Yoda would say, one does not try, one does, or whatever the fuck he says. This dude at work asked me if I knew about Star Wars, and I was like, yeah, I know an uncomfortable amount about Star Wars. But it has been a minute since I watched it, so I'm gonna have to re-up on it at some point. Probably soon. Hopefully with someone. I don't know if I want to go through it alone. It's just like... I can't keep doing the same shit. The fuck is this? Look where it's gotten me. To this. Well, I'm doing... Alright, anyways. But yeah, moral of the story. Taking a breath and looking at things is never a bad idea. Recording yourself in the moment is always a great idea because you can choose not to post it or to post it or whatever. But hearing yourself back in those, like, shitty moments is honestly, it's worth it sometimes. It's pretty helpful. As these blistering hot summer days just continue to cascade into just tempered and nice cooling fall nights, or whatever the next season is. I guess winter. Yeah, no, fall. What I'm trying to say is that holidays are coming up. Summer's coming to an end. The heat's gonna stop, and I'm gonna be able to start sitting in my car again and yapping a lot more, most likely. As of recently, this heat has basically rendered my car unusable for that purpose, due to the fact that I do not have a running AC that works in any sort of it just barely blows air at the moment. So it takes a minute for my car to get cooled down. It's not even it's not a big ass car or anything. It's just because I have a fucked up AC system. So yeah, I haven't really been able to kind of like sit out and just do this. I've had thoughts, but it's like, it's always kind of squelched pretty fast by the fact that I'm out of breath and in need of a drink by the time I get to the car to get the thought out. So I kind of just have been letting it slip and slide, and been okay with that, because it's like, if it's just not going to happen, it's not going to happen. No use trying to force something that's not organically, like a comfy situation where I'm like just getting my thoughts out, or as opposed to if I were to do it like that, I'd be like, I'd be like sitting in the car like, oh, let me do this fast before I asphyxiate on my own. Hot air inside of this hot ass car at work, because I'm sitting in here with the doors closed with no AC, because I don't want anybody to hear me, and then like parking off to the side as well is just, it's like, nah, man. I leave here from work and it's like I come to my hot ass car, I roll my windows down, and then I drive my hot ass car home and kind of wait for it to cool down with the windows open and a little bit of AC that I have blow. I allow it to. That's just, oh, that didn't sound right. That did not sound right. Anyways, I'm not talking about anything. So this like night out with the friends, before I did describe it as a blast, I'd like to just put on record. It was actually a very mid night. A very, very, very mid. This band that we went to see they weren't not great. They just weren't what we wanted. We kind of got there, and first thing was said by one of us was, we're hoping for not country. And they start, and it was blues. So we were like, okay, all right, we're here for this. It was more like, it was more of a vibe. We were vibing with it, and then it quickly devolved into country, just straight up country. So yeah, I think no, absolutely. There was one point in the night where I rated the band. I gave them a 4 out of 10. And the two friends, they were like, "You're being generous right there." But then I pointed out the very auspicious fact. I don't even know if that's the right word, but it sounded right, so I said it. Fact checked me. But I said they showed up. So I was like, I feel like that's at least worth 4 points. So I feel like I might be slurring my words a little bit. My brain is honestly just working faster than my mouth at the moment. I'm still kind of dealing with this, the teeth growing in on the back. So I have like a bit of a lockjaw thing going on right now. It's not my favorite. It's just it's making me have to think about speaking a lot more than I think. A lot more than I'd like. I'm sorry. See, it's like my mouth is just constantly tripping over itself at the moment. And I don't know, maybe I'm like amping myself up. I don't know. I swear I listened to this shit back and I sound the same. I sound calm, but in my head doing this, I'll feel like I'm yelling, I guess. So it's like, what is happening? I think what's happening is my brain is telling me one thing and then another thing is happening. So doing this is just so helpful, honestly. As an aspiring like voice actor too, like just hearing myself back and my pronunciation of words. I think I'm just allowing myself to obsess over little things like that, because nobody else does, but I would like to, and I seem to, so why not? Like, it's stupid, but it's stupid. I think I'm just learning to be okay with adding to the great nothingness of whatever the fuck this experiment is, human society or the human race or whatever the hell this is going on. I used to be a participant, but then I just quickly fell off, so I'm getting back in the fucking saddle. I'm trying to create again on every aspect, every level. If I want to do this for a living, or not even, just do it. I gotta do something. Something's better than nothing, so this is something. Fuck. Yeah, to the great nothingness.
I memorized it. I know, I'm such a geek. No longer mourn for me when I am dead. Nay, if you read this line, remember not the hand that writ it, for I love you so, that in your sweet thoughts I'd be forgot, if thinking on me then should make you woe.
So it's the morning after me having worked some extra overtime. Still excited about this overtime, thinking about how I don't want to fuck it up. Because that could be done so easily by me just calling out at some point during this week or leaving a little bit early and feeling justified because I worked more than I was planning to work yesterday. So I don't think that'll happen, but this is just all stuff that has happened in the past. Any excuse to not go to work sometimes is all it takes. Shit. I'm a little bit annoyed with myself right now, I can't lie. I left my rice in the rice cooker out overnight, and then I left clothes in the washer. So now they're gonna have that gross-ass mildewy smell, and some of them are work clothes, so I have to, salvage it or whatever. So, yeah, not excited about that. But, money, dude. Waking up for this money. I've been just kind of listening back to the shit I've been recording and trying to keep a coherent line of thought going, I guess. Where I last left off yesterday, I was kind of just going over the shit that's up in the air. And I mean, the biggest one that I really don't talk about, to be honest, is gotta be probably religion and just stuff like that. Because when I say religion, that basically means my whole family too. So, it's a big thing that I'm just not sure on. At the moment, I can't give myself a solid answer, so I can't give anybody else a solid answer, but everybody wants a solid answer, obviously. So yeah, just another big thing I'm conflicted on. I was listening to the thing about me talking about going out with my homies, my friends, compadres, or whatever, and how I was like, yeah, this is sort of a thing that's always happened with me. And by that, I mean, I vividly remember when I first moved out, and I was still just first moved out. I used to ask my other friend, whenever we would leave the spot, because we'd have house parties or whatever, I would adamantly be like, and obviously I'm drunk at this point, but I'd be like, do they like me? Do they really like me? And I'm thinking back to where my brain would go in those moments, and I would be really unsure. I would be so scared every time I would leave there. The minute that door would close, my back was turned, and I am walking away from whatever function, no matter what happened before, I immediately was sure that they all hated me, right then. And I burdened my friend with that question many, many, many nights. Do they like me? Do they actually like me? Just fully not even realizing that I keep getting invited to these things. I go in there, it's like we're doing nothing but laughing and having fun and drinking. But none of that mattered. None of that mattered. All I saw was anxiety. All I saw was fear. All I saw was hate. And I'm like, bro. That's what I mean by this is something that it's just plagued me for as long as I can remember. And it's just not happening now. I'm not allowing it to happen now. I'm I'm just looking at facts. Because it's like nobody's going to hang out with you if they don't want to hang out with you at the end of the day. In just like general scenarios in life, who is going out of their way to do that? Like nobody. Nobody's doing that. So maybe if people say that they fuck with you, they might actually just fuck with you. So, yeah. And another thing, Jackie. I remember when I was talking about the concert and that girlie, who I did not end up meeting with. I remember thinking how I sounded kind of like a sleazeball when I was like, yeah, I didn't like immediately get up to go find her. And I'm like, yeah, that kind of sounded like I was like doing like a wait to text back type of thing. And I myself just don't want that to be a thing associated with me, because yeah, at one point I thought that that's what you were supposed to do. I got some bad advice, sue me. Dudes be saying stupid shit. Oh my god, did I leave the Benjamin at home? No, I didn't. Okay. But yeah. Yes, I waited that 30 minutes, but in that 30 minutes, what was going on in my head, I guess, was just me mulling it over. I was just like deep in thought about the whole situation on whether I should even do it at all. So when I say I don't exude desperate energy, it's because it's like off rip. That's just like my default, to sit there and kind of just like really, really think about if I want to do this or not. Jeez, let me drive correctly. I got a fucking cop behind me. So yeah, I definitely was a dude who did that shit. The whole like, wait a little bit to text him back to make sure that you seem like busy or whatever. It's like, well, what if you were just actually busy? Maybe go get a fucking life. And then if not, maybe just like actually talk to the girl that you want to talk to. Make it as simple as that, and then call it a day. If she doesn't want to talk to you, then you're probably just boring right now, or not her type. And there are other fish in the sea, and yeah. So much learning I've done over the years, but yeah, I guess, I don't know, I wanted to clear that up. That just kind of popped into my head, so I did. Yeah, me not jumping up immediately to go find her was just me making sure I actually wanted to find her. Because it's like, if it's something real, what the fuck am I rushing for? Am I a Russian? So I just wanted to get that little shit out on the way to work. I've been trying to drive with less music, I guess I'd say. I have a tendency to turn my shit up real loud, which, looking online, I don't know if it's a real thing. I've heard that it can kind of be it's just like a way to drown the noise in the world out, which is definitely something I used music for in the past. I would turn my headphones on, or put them in, turn them on, put that bitch up to 100, or the loudest it could go, just so I didn't have to think about anything. It's probably not it's probably not a good sign if you're using music like that. If that's the thought process, you maybe look into some shadow work or something, I don't know. I remember back when I did that, and then I started doing all this like self-care stuff. There was a solid few months where I got terrified, and I was really unsure, because I stopped liking music, because I saw it as what it was, or how I was using it. And it's like, how do I interact with that thing that I love without triggering this other thing? So that was a rough few months, but I had to just let it work itself out. It sounds like, to me, it sounds like sadistic and Satanist, but it's like I just kind of had to like sit there in my room alone, nobody to talk to, and just allow my mind to go. Just be like, alright, if this is the end, this is the end. I gotta be okay with not being okay with whatever comes out on the other side of this. That was, yeah. It was very, very rough. But the most rewarding thing I've ever done today. Because it's like now just certain things I just know for sure about myself. Which allows me to explore other aspects, because it's like, if this part's good, I don't need to sit here and continue thinking about this for no reason. I can just go about my day and like actually progress forward now and try new shit. I guess before my thought process was I have to get back to ground zero, or like back to the starting point, which would have been back in the good graces of my parents, family back to where it used to be, we're all talking again, and then I could live my life. That was the thought process. Everything else was kind of just fake. It was like, oh, it doesn't matter until that's fixed, because that's the way that it's supposed to be. That's what my parents said, that we're all supposed to be like this, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. So until that's the thing, no, I'm not investing too much in this world. And on top of that, it was like, why would I invest too much in this world? I'm a Christian, man. I got my gifts stored up in heaven, bro. So again, this earthly realm just was not really a tangible thing in my brain. I was like, this is all nothing. It literally doesn't matter is where my head was. Everything was a joke. Because it's like, who cares if I die? I'm going straight to God. I'm going straight to heaven, dude. Like, no, I'm not going to stress out over anything. The amount of bullshit I've done with that thought process, and like just scary, unsafe situations I have put myself in, just being like, God got me, dude. Like, no, man, I'm not going to sit here and stress. I don't know how to feel about that. I really don't know how to feel about it. Because what I'm seeing is me make a lot of stupid decisions. But where my brain was I was trusting in God. So I don't know. I don't know where the disconnect was. Or maybe I do.
Hey, Nogo. How come I'm not afraid?
Fear accompanies the possibility of death. Calm shepherds its certainty.
I love hanging with you, man.
I thought of one more thing that was kind of up in the air, so I figured I would try to go ahead, break out the whole Yeti and all that shit and try to get this recorded. Because I don't know, I've just been thinking about the way I've been going about this, and I've been trying to put as little effort into this as possible. And I'm like, where in life is that actually gonna get me? So, yeah. I don't know, stuff's just falling into perspective, and I'm just doing what feels right, I guess. But one big thing that's literally up in the air right now that's got me all fucked up and feeling all wrong is, it's stupid, but my fucking haircut at the moment. I had a nice little fro going, and then I got it cut for this job. Because one of the ladies, she was like, yeah, it might be a good idea, and then shit went south even more right after I got it cut. So it's like, not only do I not like the haircut, I got it for somebody else, and it's like, it was just like immediately thrown in my face, and I'm like, now I got this fucking reminder every time I look in the mirror of me fucking just conforming for somebody else for the possibility of money or a job or something like that. And I'm like, never again. As a kid, I used to always hate getting my hair cut, so it's like, why would I put myself in that position, man? I know what I like at this point as a 30-year-old dude, and I should never have done it because one person was kind of offering me a job with more money, and I didn't actually have a actual yes yet. So yeah, that's been fun. Everybody likes the haircut though. I'm the only one who doesn't like it, so I don't fucking know. I'm sorry. There's one other person who also doesn't like the haircut. He's this guy at work. He'll come around. He's one of the salesmen. He'll come in the back garage sometimes. But he was the only other dude who was like, yeah, man, I don't know how I feel about that. And like, we literally joke about it. He'll come around some days and I'll be like, yeah, I know I still look fucked up, man. You're like, yeah, we're waiting for the sides to grow back in. So it's nice having at least one person that agrees with me. It's older gentlemen, but like, because it's like me personally, I'm like, I feel like everybody's bullshitting me, but apparently they really do like it. Because I get a lot of compliments on it. So, but I look in the mirror and I'm like, I'm certain every single day when I leave the house that I look like a fucking dork. I'll even say it in the mirror. I'm like, you fucking nerd. Look at you, little bitch ass, getting this haircut for some woman who didn't even get you a job that you wanted. The fuck? Come on. So yeah. That's been just another hurdle I've thrown on myself, self-inflicted, to carry me through these final months of uncertainty. But hopefully the last few months of uncertainty in a minute. And I guess it's never going to be the last, because it's like, I can't be sure of anything ever, because it's like everything's new and everything's different. So, but I don't have to get that granular with my thoughts. Like, I'm allowed to be somewhat vague, I guess. Pinjamin time. I don't know, I like leaving this shit in because, I mean, this is a conversation I'm having with myself, so I don't know. But yeah, the plan right now is to not buy any more weed until this car is paid off. So let me actually do this on mic. I was about to say on camera. I'm going to check my account right now, because tomorrow is payday, so yeah. So yeah. So basic. Alright, there we go. Alright, so as of right now, it is 9:31 a.m. I have like half of the money to pay off my car payment for the final one. Tomorrow is payday, so by the time I get home from work tomorrow, the money will be deposited into my account most likely. And then I'm going to hit that button. And then I'm going to not have a car payment. And I'm going to be done with it. I'm not going to have a car payment for the rest of my life, hopefully. Because, I mean, I love this car quite a bit. It just continues to grow on me. And it's like, the more I learn to drive it, the better I get. Oh, learning. But it's just like the more I have this car, the more I love having it, basically. Like, I loved it the first time I laid eyes on it, but it's like the more I get to know it and drive it, it's fun. It's fun. This is the first car I've had with like this much turbo power and shit. We're up to a resounding 200. Also having a turbo is fucking insane, man. That turbo lag, that's just something to kind of get used to for me. Which I've had this car for like 4 or 5 years, I think. So I mean, it's been a good minute, but it's like, I don't know, I feel like I'm still kind of learning stuff every day. I remember when I first learned stick shift, my dad taught me once, or he showed me once, this other dude who I knew, he showed me once in his Camaro. And then I had to learn in Atlanta traffic on the way to school. I was going to Fortis at the time. So it was like an hour drive from where I was staying into school, because I would have to drive into, actually close to where I'm at right now, but just into the city. But yeah, that was rough, man. My first car I ever got was a Honda CRX. I forget the year. It was murdered out. It was all black. The dude, before he had like gutted it out, he got like really nice tires on it, but he was basically gonna just like fix it up and stuff like that. But if you know a Honda CRX, it's already a pretty light car, and without anything in it, that bitch fucking flew, my guy. Like, holy shit. I mean, allegedly, I would hit 100 every single day on the way to or from school. Most likely from, actually, yeah, it was on the way home, allegedly. Because on the way there, I would just be in, like, bumper-to-bumper traffic for the most part. And, yeah, figuring that shit out in fucking, in Atlanta traffic for, like, an hours and hours on end, yeah, I got pretty good at... I got pretty good at driving. It was funny before I even got it. My dad was like, "Don't do this. You're not gonna enjoy this. You're gonna get tired of shifting." Because he like went through a phase at one point in his life. But and I was like, "Nah, man. I think I love this." Without knowing it, and so he went half on the car with me at the time, even though I still had to pay back the other half. So. It's more of a loan, if I recall correctly. But yeah, that's how I got into driving. I literally saw the car first, and I was like, "Yep, that's what I want." And then that's all it took. I knew I'd like stick shift, and I do. I still have it. Every car since then that I've owned has been a manual, and I've like flirted with the idea of going back, but. Like to an automatic, and there are definitely days like on the way to work where I'm like, fucking hell, man. Let's get this shit in second. It's like I would just rather like zone out and just like push go, but then there's just moments where it's like everything just clicks, and it just the closest thing I could say to describe the feeling of driving a manual and, like, just being in the rhythm of things would be riding a bike. That's the closest thing I could say. It's that sensation, but I essentially get that every day on the way to work if I want. And I also get the fun added, the fun little noises that cars make, like the all that fun shit, so... but yeah, I fucking love this car, man. It's a fun ass car. But the more I do this shit, the more I sit down and do this and like take the time to like really like speak my mind to myself. This is like really, it's really, really helpful. I don't, honestly, like a lot of this stuff, just me saying it for the first time out loud is enough to help me sort of move past it. And it's like, it's giving weight to the phrase, or like, I guess the sentiment, like, you kind of have to give up your old life to get to the life that you want. And it's like everything I'm talking about right now, it sounds, I guess, I feel like if I were to ask any of my friends, they might be like, why are you sharing this? Or maybe this is a bit too much. But it's like, I feel like I'm literally sacrificing my old life right now to get the new one. I'm so divorced from the shit that I've been dealing with. It's like I'm not really talking about anything as far as I'm concerned. Like, this is a dude who fucking died, who passed away, who just is not around anymore. It's like, it's not personal. It doesn't hurt. It's not, I'm not going to say it's not trauma, all of it, but because I've said that before, but it's just not necessary for me to feel bad about it. And like me getting these thoughts out, like to record it just so I can remember how I felt, is like indispensable, to be honest. It's just an audio journal at this point. Like, that's all that this is. I mean, call it whatever you want. Podcast. If I were able to like get another person on here, I think I would maybe call it a podcast, but I feel like calling this a podcast seems like a bit too much. Because ultimately, I'm a dude sitting in his car talking into a mic. And or his phone, bitching about not wanting to go into work and figuring out my life one step at a time. I don't know, maybe that's a podcast. Maybe, I was thinking like maybe this is just like the journey of me becoming like a good friend. Cause like, looking at shit, it's like I'm like a bare minimum friend. I just show up right now. So maybe this is people joining me on the journey of like getting my money right and getting my money right. Look at this, I'm over here slurring words and shit. The fuck's going on, man? See, it's that shit. But that's what I'm like. I'm really fucking hell. I'm holding this mic in all different types of ways, so if the audio's all over the place, you're welcome. I'm not gonna re-record it, and if it's like a little bit wonky, I kind of actually like that. I'm so over the like overly manicured bullshit of today. Like it's just unbecoming of what I would like to be. So I'm just not gonna chase that shit anymore. And anyway, I'm messy. I'm all over the place. I am what I am. I don't want to ever be confused for clean cut. Please, please don't ever feel like you need to do that. And if you feel like you somehow have, please let me know. If you somehow feel like I'm clean cut and like things are together, let me know so I can rectify that and let you know the absolute shit show that I am. I'll do that for you at any moment. I'm not going to feel bad about it because it's just reality. At the end of the day. Like, the more I live life, bruh. Everybody's got bullshit. And we're all so happy to hide it. And it's like we all know we're hiding it. But we're not saying it. It's annoying. And I'm gonna not allow that in my life anymore. I'm gonna try to just cut through that shit and just say what needs to be said when I can. I'm not saying I'm like blowing up people's lives, but I'm not holding my tongue anymore, I guess. I'm gonna try that and see how that plays out, because it's like I definitely have been for a long time. I think of like so many conversations where I was just like itching to say something and I just wasn't doing it. And I'm like, why? Why did I not do that? What would have happened? I would have been heard, I guess. Someone might have been upset. I mean, worst case scenario, but it wouldn't have been me, so maybe I'm good. Obviously, that's like an oversimplification of the whole thing, but that is a Jeep approaching. Okay, alright, back where we're at. Alright, yeah. I don't know, whenever I've gotten off my chest, I don't even know what I've been speaking about. It's been something. And I got my notebook here of like these notes and shit. And I'm like, none of it seems interesting to me at this point. I don't know, I've just been going down rabbit holes and allowing myself to be and live, and it's just really relaxing. I've been watching a lot of Anna Howard videos, if you know her YouTube video. I don't know, she's just reminding me a lot of like stuff that I used to do back in the day, and like, I don't know, just watching her videos kind of helped give me agency for a lot of the shit I've been kind of working towards again. I don't know why I gravitated towards her videos, but it just popped up, and so I just kind of kept watching. The first one was Living a Sensual Life. I don't know, the video title just, it spoke to me, what can I say? So I clicked on it, and I've now watched every video on her channel where her face is on it. I haven't gone back and looked through like the audio shit yet that she does. But I probably will. I've been just going through YouTube and like looking up cool conversations with people that I would say I still respect and care about their opinions. One big one recently, Julia Louis-Dreyfus. I've been listening to just a few of her talks. I was a big Seinfeld fan, and Elaine was my favorite character. Because, I mean, come on. In my head, it's like, how can Elaine not be your favorite character? She just, I don't know, she's just the most interesting to me. Oh, God. She was the most interesting to me throughout this show. Like, she had, like, a job, and she was, like, stressing about the job, and she was, like, a receptionist and shit. Like, I don't know, I wanted all the jobs that she had. I guess I just wanted to kind of be Elaine for a minute. But yeah, I've been listening to, like, a lot of her interviews and, like, the way she goes about life. And then also Rami Youssef as well. I just kind of stumbled upon his show, I'm pretty sure, on Hulu. And I kind of just fell in love with it, honestly. I really relate with the way that he writes his characters and, like... And, like, I'm assuming that a lot of his personality went into, like, his actual character in the show. Because just, like, listening to, like, his interviews and stuff, that just seems very, very apparent. And, like the way that he was brought up and all that kind of stuff, it's, like, a one-to-one to my life for the most part. Just, like, take out Muslim and just add in Christian. So... And just, like, his thought processes. So I've devoured, literally, that whole show. I remember I didn't realize season 3 had came out. And I remember the day I found out, I literally just stopped everything. I watched the whole season that day, and I was like, sweet. And I also hated myself, because I was like, shit, I could have made that last a lot longer. But I was like, I'm in it, so I'm here now. But I don't know. His use of tone, like... throughout the show and how it changes throughout the seasons was something I picked up on. And then I actually heard him talk about it in an interview, I want to say with... No, actually, I don't know. I was going to say Mike Birbiglia, but I don't think it was that one. But I don't know. He's just a really, really, really smart dude, in my opinion. I like the way he goes about stuff. I'm not like over here like putting him on a pedestal, but I just enjoy the way he thinks, and a lot of the stuff he says and the way he says it I can relate with a lot. Oh, that's how we do everything. But him, Julia Louis-Dreyfus, he did say one very, very specific thing though, actually, that like stood out a lot to me. And he was like, whenever I'm the most nervous, he was like, I look the most calm. And brother, can I relate with that? like I try to let like people in on this stuff, like the stuff that I deal with mentally, and they're like, what are you talking about, man? Like, you seem fine, bro, shut the hell they don't tell me to shut the hell up, but it's like, that's what I feel like. Because like, what do you mean? You were just sitting there fine. And I'm like, yeah, you're right, I was. What you're seeing is just me sitting there and like laughing and like joking, and it's like, yeah, it's just not always that. Jeez, see? Hey, it's a learning process, so I'm going to try to learn to not do that. Or if I do have to do that, maybe like take like a little pause and then do that so I can cut it out and post. Cause I can do that now or whatever, but but yeah, I don't know, just hearing that and like It's validating. I hate to say it, it's just validating. It's like, oh, it's okay to feel like that. I feel like such a bitch having to even say that, but I mean, on some level, I guess I'm still like looking for other people to tell me it's okay to feel the way that I feel. Just because, I don't know. It's nice to see myself. It's nice to see myself reflected so heavily in someone who creates art that I naturally gravitated to. And it's fun to hear that from me after the fact of gravitating to said content. Because, like, I went into Rami not knowing anything. Sorry, I just hit the mic there. But yeah, I went into Rami not knowing anything. And I just organically, like, fucked with the show. And just, you know, then later, years later, go and, like, actually dive into the person who made it a lot more. To find that he's so similar to myself. And even in Julia Louis-Dreyfus, like, just a lot of the stuff that she talks about and the way that she handles herself and her brand of humor and the stuff that she finds funny. Like, this process, it's just like, it's intoxicating, man. I'm learning about these people, but it's like I'm also learning about myself at the same time. It's so it's fun. It's eye-opening. I just want, like, more of it. Like, I would love to talk to either of them at some point, but it's like, what the fuck would I say? I've listened to all their interviews. I don't want to ask them the same questions. But it's definitely fun to hear them though. I also got I got this one book as well. It's called Care and Feeding, if I recall. It's Anthony Bourdain's I guess assistant. I don't even know. I haven't made it that far into the book. I'm like 2 chapters in. But even in that, I just bought that on the whim because it's like Anthony Bourdain was just very influential in my life. So I spent hours watching his show as a kid. I wanted to do what he did a lot. This is the way he would make me feel when he would, like, just speak about stuff. Just always made me happy. He just summed it up so nicely. Made it seem so realistic and tangible and like a place that I could visit. I could do that. I could go eat that food. Damn, that sucked. Yeah, that sucked when he died. That really sucked. And the way he went, suicide's never fun. It's always trash. Suicide is the fucking worst, man. But I guess it's relief for the people who do it. But it sucks that people have to, or that, it sucks that it's a way that people can get. Shit. Yeah. It still hurts, even as someone who, I literally worked at a suicide hotline for, I want to say it was probably like a year straight. If not a little bit over. That was a rough time. Rough time in my life. I'm not even gonna say never again. I mean, I don't see me wanting to go back to that, but I mean, I know for a fact I helped a lot of people. I can't say that. Well, I mean, I had people tell me that I helped, but I'm sure there were a lot of instances where I didn't as well. Just never know. And then we keep it pushing. But yeah, like Julia Louis-Dreyfus, Rami, I noticed, like, they both kind of, like, think about death a lot, and that's something I also kind of ponder on a lot. I think it's just, like, background for me and Rami, at least, with, like, religion. It's probably, I'm not trying to, like, lump me in with this dude who I don't know, but But like, I know for me, religion is just like, it's on your mind. So it's like, what if I am wrong and I'm just dooming myself to like fucking hell, an eternal fate right now that I don't want. And it's like, I'm not even decided on anything. So it's like, what am I scared of? But that's actually the being undecided is the decision from some people's points of view. So I've already set up camp, I guess, with research. Yeah, I just feel like a lot of her content and the stuff that she's created just kind of deals with like death. Or she's talked about it a lot. I mean, it's a natural thing. We're all gonna. It's inevitable. I'm literally leaving behind the footprint right now, so that there's some trace of me. So I was here. I rambled. I spoke. Hopefully I led nobody to anything, unless it was something good. But who knows, like, I guess as a kid, I always hoped that when I got to heaven, I could, like, I always wanted to, like, ask God stats. like, so, like, how many people thought I was hot and I didn't know it? I want to know the number of that. Or, like, how much snot came out of my nose throughout my life if you put it all in, like, one place? You know? How much food did I eat in my whole lifetime, or how much of this? That's all I ever imagined I would do. I was like, I feel like I would just go to heaven and I would just like ask God these questions about everything, and like I guess I don't know if I have that to look forward to now. I'd like to, but just like looking around in evidence. Why do you put us here with evidence against him? I don't know, man. And I also don't know how to do this shit without talking about religion, which I feel is wrong, but it's like, that's half of my life, so it's like, I literally have to talk about this shit. It's just, that is what it is. It is what I am. It's a part of me. It was there, so it is here. So it's like, the deconstruction that I'm going through is actually a real thing, and like, coming to terms with the fact that I'm using words like deconstruction and I'm talking about myself, and where does that put me with my family, and like, it's just like stuff to be discovered by me, because it's like I literally don't know now. I'm flying by the seat of my pants. I don't even know if that's the right term, but it's like I'm here now. I'm very, very fucking present, and it sucks, but I'm not going back. Like, I've seen too much, I guess. I've lived too long, and I've thought too much. You know what it is? I've spent too much time alone. That's all that is. That is all that is. But going forward, I'm going to rectify that. It's like, I literally don't have to be in the same thought loops. I literally am going to start having money now. Like, my life is about to fucking change, basically. Like, I didn't necessarily feel like doing this morning. But it's like, I had to do it this morning because I feel like this is the morning where everything changes. Or like, these are the last few days of like me living my life the way that I'm living it right now. Literally, it's just financially, it's literally that. It's literally changing. I'm literally gonna have the finances to do the stuff that I've been thinking about for months, is what's about to start happening in just like a few days. Like, this time that I've been gearing up for is literally here. And like, all this work on my mental, it's like, I've been in this I don't know, powder keg? I don't know if that's the right word, just this like pressure cooker of just like self-help and no money. And I'm about to just fucking have the money and just take off and see where it takes me. If it takes me anywhere. Maybe the next move is to just stay here and continue doing what I'm doing and just do it easier with the money. Like, you know, because it's like I'm definitely saving. I'm not using it. Like, I'm not making the same mistakes I made before is what I'm trying to say. Like, I see them. I'm definitely like, can you, the excitement right now is just, this is why I wanted to do this, because I'm never going to get this feeling again once I'm past it, most likely. Unless I put myself in the same situation, but again, I just don't see that happening. I try to think of like stuff I'll do. I know for a minute it's been like camping. I've been like it'll be a way to like get out of the house and you know, kind of just be on my own a little bit more. So I've been like just like saving up for like camping gear. Well, I've been paying off this car so that I can start saving up for camping gear. So yeah, I think that'll be fun. Golly, that was an early ass burp. Oh, and then also just like the shit going on in my mouth as well. Like these teeth in the back, this is also just like limited energy that I can kind of feed off of for this whole podcast thing, and like working through the pain of teeth growing in the back of my head while also trying to talk to a mic. And like the throat pain and all the shit that goes with that. So this is just like a little moment in time. I'll never get back. I'm only going to be here once. This is it. So why not make a record of it? This moment of excitement. I mean, hey, and even like worst case scenario, I could look back at this years from now and be like, that fucking idiot. He didn't know how good he had it. Because I mean, hey, they say it only gets harder. So I mean, I'm prepared for that. I'm prepared for the difficulty now. I feel. Throw that shit on. I've already been through enough, so finding myself it's rewarding, man. It's really rewarding. But I think that's it. I think that's all I got right now. I think this moment has been captured fully. I'm gonna go ahead and live out the rest of my day.